Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Frank Iniguez. I am the ambassador of reading, and today's topic is discipline. There are two kinds of discipline. There is imposed discipline and self-discipline or auto-discipline, either way. And where do you find either or? Imposed discipline, you're going to find it in the military, where you do what they tell you to do, or else you get punished severely, I'm pretty sure. And then there's imposed discipline, like at a school or at home, where the parents, either parent tells the child what to do, and they're imposed. They have to do that, or else they get this, or they get taken away that, and that kind of discipline, imposed discipline. There's also auto-discipline or self-discipline, and people that teach personal growth, people that teach finances, or people that teach at the gym, where there's a difference in the shape of the body, prefer to work with people that have self-discipline. Yeah, when they join the finances, or they join the gym, or they join the personal growth, they come in where the coach or the instructor is going to tell them what to do. However, we, the people that teach any of those topics, either finances or the gym or the personal growth, understand that we want to work with people that have self-discipline. We don't want to push them and tell them what to do and always be there, because what happens is when you take the instructor, when you take the coach away, usually people that don't have the self-discipline usually go back to their old selves, and nothing happens. So I've had my experience with all three, believe it or not. I remember at one time I would talk to people about finances, and I would be so excited because I was on a roll. I was learning, I was attending seminars, I was reading books. And when I started discovering what worked for me and how my path in the finances became very good, I started teaching others. And what I discovered is that people didn't have the self-discipline. And I remember I would tell them, this is how you're going to accumulate money. This is how you're going to have access to money. And this is how you're going to direct yourself. And chances are you're going to be able to pay off your home in anywhere between 7 and 10 years, but you got to stay with the self-discipline. And what I discovered is that many people, when they saw access to money, they weren't too self-disciplined. And many times they would even get in trouble because not only did they move away from paying off their home, they added debt. And people in the finance world, they understand that. And what they do, they'll throw a card, or they'll throw a loan, or they'll ask you to refinance your home. Why? Because they know that the majority of the people don't have self-discipline. And what are they going to do? They're going to be in trouble, and they're going to be able to suck up their money for years, maybe until they're dead. And they know that. And so that's why they offer the loans, they offer the cards, they offer the credit, because they know people lack self-discipline. When I was younger, before I married, I remembered I worked at a company called Jack LaLanne's. You can look it up. I used to work, and people would come into the gym and say, hey man, do you think I can lose some of the weight? And I would tell them, can you control yourself from stretching your hand and just putting stuff in your mouth? And will you be able to attend the gym and do what I tell you? And they would like, yeah, I can do that. Well, yeah, I think you're going to lose the weight. How about gain muscle? Yeah, that too, as long as you can tell yourself what to do. There's a short video that I have of a class that I teach called Mastermind. In Spanish, Alianza de Mentes Maestras. In English, Mastermind. Look me up on Facebook. It's a great film. It talks about how we get started, some of the activities that I do, and then how it concludes. And we talk about the word self-discipline. And a lot of the times people come in and they wonder what they're going to learn. And what basically I teach in that class is I expose people to self-discipline. One of the activities that we do is read a book 4 pages at a time until we finish the book. And many people can't keep up, because today is 4 pages, tomorrow's 4 pages, 165 days from now, 4 pages, 200 days from now, 4 pages. Can you do that? Easy to do, easy not to do. Everything that I teach in that class is very easy. Easy to do, easy not to do. And what happens is the self-discipline either kicks in or it doesn't. And in the gym, I remember people wanted something for nothing. You got to develop self-discipline. in the finances. And now I teach personal growth. And it's the same thing, self-discipline. If people are able to develop self-discipline, those are the people that are going to see the results. Those are the people that are going to be able to enjoy it. I remember at one time, my wife and I had access to about $1 million through different banks, through different properties that we had. And I remember I was tempted, man, should I get the car? What about the house? And people that came and learned from me, they would see my car and they would see my house and they would go, that car? That place? Wow, what a trip. I don't know. And there's people that want to pretend the part, and then there are those that are the part. You could either be the part or pretend the part. There are people that are driving the car, living in the house, wearing the clothes, and they're up to here with debt, man. They can't even enjoy it. They look all that. They look like they are it, but if you really look at it, they're not enjoying it. And there's a wonderful book called The Millionaire Next Door. And Dr. Stanley and Dr. Denko, they wrote it. And they talk about people that are the part. They talk about the guy, you wouldn't recognize the guy in the neighborhood that's the millionaire. It's the guy that's driving the F-250. It's the guy that's not showing it off, but they're having it. And it takes self-discipline to grow in any area. It could be finances, or it could be in the gym, or it could be in personal growth. Everything comes down to self-discipline. If you can educate yourself in that word, and when I taught it to my kids, I would tell them, commit to short term. Commit, so that way you can train your brain to go from point A to point B and recognize that you were able to do it. Once you get there, stretch it a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and it's going to develop your self-discipline. And my daughter now, she's at the university, and the other day she comes home and she says, Dad, thank you for teaching me choice, power of choice. Thank you for teaching me self-discipline. Now that I'm hanging out with all the new students that are attending the university level, I can see how they're making choices that are not going to benefit them. I can see how now they're let go and they get to choose to do whatever they want, and their self-discipline is not there, their power of choice is not there, and the consequences are already there. I already saw two of my friends leave. Some of them didn't do so good, and I thank you, Dad, and I will continue to develop power of choice. I will continue to develop self-discipline. Self-discipline makes all the difference in the world. You want your life to change? It's got to go from you to you. Can you tell you what to do? Can you get yourself there? Can you promise yourself to do point A to point B? And then analyze it. Why didn't I do it? Or, wow, I did it. Can I extend it? I remember when I had access to that money, I wanted the car, wanted the house. I stuck to my guns, and my wife, she would tell me, Frank, remember, we're growing, and remember the book so-and-so, remember the seminar so-and-so. They said delayed gratification, that's part of self-discipline. And so hanging around with the right people, creating an environment that's going to support you is very important. Can you create an environment? That's part of self-discipline. Can you hang around with the right people that are going to support you in your growth? I remember that. Now they see me, they go, wow, the car, the house, the guy. Yeah, but it took a lot of self-discipline. Robert Kiyosaki says, don't pay for your car. Let somebody else pay for your car, but it takes discipline. Because I could just go to the dealer and say, here, give it to me, I'll finance it, I'll pay for it. But hey, what about creating an investment? What about purchasing the home that's going to pay for the car, and your money grows and you get the car? And that's out of self-discipline. Man, self-discipline is so powerful. So the word that I'm talking about today is discipline. There's imposed discipline and self-discipline. The one that you want to work on, the one that you can only work on. Nobody can give it to you. Nobody can sell it to you. No one can inherit it to you. You must earn it. You must develop it. You must make it yours if you want to see a difference in your life. I've had an experience with all of them, finances, in the gym, and now in personal growth. And people want to know what I do, and people want to know what I've done. And I can come back and say self-discipline was the one that guided me to getting here. The one that has been, that's what I've been teaching now for 13 years. I've been paying attention to that word for 30 years. I've been teaching now for 13 years. And I now get the call, hey Frank, you know what? All those lessons, thank you very much. It goes down to self-discipline. It goes down to awareness. It goes down to environment. Can you get all that? And it goes down to self-discipline. You know, many times it's really easy to deviate and say, forget it, I'm not going to do it. Can you hold on? I remember when I would teach at the gym. Hey, can you hang on for this week? Yeah, hold on to this week. It's probably not going to be a big result, but hold on to it. And then the second week, people would lose a pound or two, and I go, hey, you're on your way. How about a month? Can you do a month? And before you know it, you get the guy that loses weight, and he would be so excited. Oh my God, I lost 10 pounds. Well, guess what? Self-discipline. When I'm not here, can you continue it on your own? Self-discipline. I love that word. Develop it. We're going to leave it at that. I'm going to say bye now. I am your friend, Frank Iniguez, the ambassador of reading, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you are looking for.